highly volatile and heavily shorted SONN is well, it has an indication that it may continue to consolidate going all the way towards early January. It's been doing so at various times with a lot of volatility, a lot of this. I would say this I would refer to as this. For instance, this will be a reflexive plunge. You can see that plunge sharply and then rose again. So that's quite reflexive. So it's, but all in all, still a consolidation. I think it began after this expansion that happened, that began in early September. It's just been consolidating, and the algos are thinking it might continue to do so. Projections are saying 5.49, 6.4, 6.95. A pivotal projection will be 6.95. If it closes above that, then you might go ahead and attempt to retest 5.7.57. Okay, let's have a look at the 4 hour chart and see what we have there. On the 4 hour chart, it's here on the 4 hour chart, we can see there's a contraction that is going on. It's expected to remain in place up to the 25th, and then after that it might be a sideways movement at various times, attempting to get expansive. The 40 period moving average is expected to serve as a resistance, but by the thought of December, it may go beyond, it may go through that moving average. And the pivotal projection here is a support. Let's see, 4.25. It has actually done a job, served as a support. If it had closed below that, then it would have maybe formed the grounds to retest another downward projection, another pivotal projection, not to play. That's a 3.84. Yeah, it would have gone. It may have, or rather, the probability of it going down to retest it would have increased, but you never know. The algos are saying that it may still do so. Okay, so you probably already know that the company is going to, yeah, has agreed. They agreed sometime in October thereabout to go into this hyperliquid treasury measure. But there's some delays going on. Let's find out more about all of that. And also, I mentioned it is heavily shorted. So all of these issues. Let's find out more about what all of that implies.
Here's a breakdown of the latest sentiment around SONN, Sonnet BioTherapeutics, given the delayed merger and very high short interest, plus the potential implications. What's going on with the merger or vote? The special meeting for SONN shareholders has been adjourned to 2 December 2025. Over 95% of the votes cast so far have been in favor of the merger. But despite that heavy yes vote among participants, they haven't yet secured a majority of all outstanding shares, which is needed to pass the deal. The merger in question would form Hyperliquid Strategies Inc., HSI, a publicly listed digital asset treasury firm. The transaction is valued at $888 million, dollars, comprising 12.6 million hype tokens, approximately 583 million at announcement, plus $305 million cash. Leaders behind the deal include big crypto finance names: Paradigm, Galaxy Digital, Pantera, D1 Capital, etc. Sonnet's existing biotech business, its FHAB platform, would remain as a wholly owned subsidiary inside HSI. Sentiment on the merger. Optimistic, proponents see this as a bold pivot. By becoming a crypto treasury company, SONN could tap into digital asset value and unlock more investor interest than its legacy biotech business might justify on its own. Cautious or risk aware, the delay itself suggests there's not enough broad shareholder participation yet. They do need more votes to hit the majority threshold. Some in crypto finance seem to believe in the long term upside. HYPE is expected to be accumulated and staked, potentially generating recurring yields for the new company. Short interest. Why it's a big deal. Extremely high short interest. About 37 to 39% of the public float is shorted. According to stock analysis, short interest is 2.53 million shares, with 37.04% of shares out shorted. Short interest ratio, or days to cover, is around 4.8 to 4.9 days by market beat and stock analysis. Fintel also tracks short interest and shows a short squeeze score component that could make this stock sensitive to a squeeze, although the full score needs a subscription. Sentiment around the shorting. Bearish traders are clearly very active. The large short interest suggests many expect the stock to drop, especially if the merger fails or the vote doesn't reach the required threshold. Bullish or speculative traders may view the high short as a squeeze opportunity, particularly if the vote goes through and the new structure, HSI plus Hype Treasury, convinces enough people. If shorts start to cover aggressively, that could drive a sharp uptick. The delay of the vote adds uncertainty. If enough shareholders don't turn out, the merger could be blocked, which might validate the short sellers' bets. On the other hand, if the yes vote continues to dominate and turnout improves, the risk for shorts increases. Risks and key uncertainties. 1. Vote turnout. Even though 95+% of votes cast are favorable, they still need greater than 50% of all shares. That's not trivial. Merger execution. Converting SONN into a crypto treasury business is a big strategic pivot. There are execution risk, regulatory risk, and volatility risk. HYPE's price matters. Short squeeze risk. High short interest is a double edged sword. Good for bulls hoping for a squeeze, but risk remains if the short sellers have deep pockets or can hold. Financial weakness. As a biotech firm, Sonnet likely has limited cash runway, especially if they are diverting focus to crypto. Market conditions for crypto. The entire thesis hinges somewhat on HYPE's strength and demand, as well as macro and crypto market conditions. Overall sentiment snapshot. Highly speculative. This is not a typical biotech turnaround. It's a crypto play and one very exposed to short term sentiment, vote mechanics, and token dynamics. Polarized community. Some are betting big on the merger and the treasury model, others are shorting aggressively and may see the delay as validation of risk. Potential catalysts. The December 2 vote is a major event. If passed, it could ignite a strong move. HYPE token performance and market conditions could further influence sentiment. Any further delay or vote failure could spark a collapse.